We're gonna play mid lane because mid laner won top lane, so I'm fine with mid lane. And I'm gonna play Brand, and I'm like autofield player because I can play any role. But mostly I hate ADC, bro, because I don't like the share XP. But the new split of the quests for top lane or bot lane, this kind of OP. Cause when I look at bot lane can be a ahead of top lane itemization lead because you get more gold, but top lane you get more XP ahead. So and you can teleport, but I don't think teleport top lane have like a lot of OP itemization, but I see bot lane could be strong because especially if you play like Caitlyn or Assassin, they probably play bot lane or the AP probably play bot lane now because if you have more AP, more skill than you will do if you have the deck cap for AP champion, that would be so broken for the next split for 2026. And my thoughts about gaming, it just, I don't know. Like, sometimes when I think about winning, right? Sometimes you don't really satisfy me as much. Because I already spend like 8 hours a day. Then you get the point. Like, I remember when I'm bronze, or let's say what rank you are, right? Let's say you are beginner. You were beginner of gaming, right? You want to be good at players, right? Then when I get like almost high elos or high elos rank, it's just like, oh, it's about the mental games now. It's about who not crash out like very quickly. If you do crash out, you're gonna have bad win rate for your own game style. And I noticed that when I play game, it's so hard for me to talk and think and when I'm playing the game. It's really difficult because I'm too focused on my champion and looking at the enemy team, and I can look at the map because that's the main issue for me. But it's what it is. What it is. So I really experienced a lot of solo games, like meaning what the meaning of a solo gamer is just like imagine you go solo, you don't know who the person you're talking to, you're just talking to strangers, right? And then you sit there and trying to process what they're thinking, like why they didn't place a tower there, or why didn't they go and place it for that? But it is in your team, right? Sometimes they don't want to place it or go somewhere they're supposed to be doing. and help their team, right? But they don't. That sometimes it's a downside if you play with strangers. You can meet like new people, and you gotta hopefully they connect with your brain and expect what you want. So yeah, that's why if you play a team game, right? It could be like very stressful, but you can know it's your fault or it's their fault. But mostly you focus on your part, what you're good at and what you're bad at. So like if I'm playing mid lane, I'm gonna be weak to tanks or CC. That for mid laner or assassin. That mostly mid laner will die to the most. And then you have top laners that Warwick is that that can be support mid laner. Sometimes can be jungle, but mostly should be beating junglers if you're ahead of goals. But you get ahead of everything of goals or top laner because it's easier to CS though. But the next split, you're probably gonna see like Rain top lane like Cal, Imperial. That's the level scale and Mundo, Zaham. That probably good for the next split for top laners. And jungler gonna get gold, I believe. Um, gold is a gold and XP, and you get two smite. That's real weird. Two smite, one for PvP, and you get movement speed. So that means Hecarim buff, Master Yi buff, Nunu buff, I believe, and what else you get? Give movement speed. Only those three are all I know. Okay, I play junglers, but I don't play those champions. I only play Lee Sin and Kane and Nasus for junglers. But the problem is mid laner it just have like problem with mana, especially if you're not level 9. Because when you use all abilities, you're gonna run out very quickly. So you have to be level 9 for mid laner. Then you get your power spike to clear the raid faster. And if you're really bad at farming CS, I really recommend is go to the practice tools and farm CS with no skill shot until 9 minutes. You should at least get 82 CS. At least. And most of the gameplay of League of Legends, you can keep in mind that you have to press tab most of the time. Yeah, because if you don't press tab, then you don't know what the itemization, what build they are going to, and then you can know how many gold they have in their inventory right now. And yeah. The more I play in League of Legends, in let's say team game, right? Let's say you play team game, right? If you play a team game like Brain, you're gonna get like very angry the more higher you go in your elos. I don't know why. It's the way it is. The higher you go, it's just very. You have your ego, right? Then you wanna expect your team to go somewhere, but you do have like some mechanics. Like if you're an ML player, you know where the enemy jungler is at the whole time. You know what camp they're doing, and you know which side, top side or bot side. Usually, if you're ML players, and I actually got ML 4. I was ML 2 one time. That was before the Mundo Warlocks 5 movement speed nerf. Before that nerf, then I got ML 2. Then I got demoted to ML 4. That's like about top 10% in a region. But you just have to understand when do you know when to roam, especially your mid laner. Mid laner, you want to farm CS, and you can look at your team doing. Think as like a jungler. You find me your camps, right? Then you can look at your team. What HP are they? Do they have flash? Did they use any ulti? Then you can keep looking at them while you're walking there. If you don't, then you really have a lock screen, and honestly, lock screen is really bad. But I play with the lock screen, but I can unlock it, so I can press Y all the time. The keyboard letter Y to order to know what's happening. Then I press spacebar to look at my champion or my character, and you have to know your rage management. Rage management is most importantly, and you can look at your minion HP, by the way, to order to know it pushing to them or pushing toward you. If it's pushing toward you, that means, let's say their enemy team have 2% stronger. So that means it's pushing toward you, and your team is weak sided a little bit. So if the higher the minion is percentage, let's say 5%, that means the enemy team is slightly overfed. So you're gonna constantly pushing toward you. If you don't know how to do that, you can click your minion to order to see it. But mostly, I don't really need to because I really know how to last it. And I mostly press tab more often now because it's just very important for me. Like every second, I just have to keep looking at it. Like no matter what. And yeah, if you hitting like towers, then you can keep looking at what the enemy team doing and what you want to do. Make sure you ping your team to understand what you want to get priority. Mostly, and you can tell like someone going toward you. I sometimes go psychopath and I go walk to the base like, but not a lot of people like flash forward to engage. especially if you're a rank champion. I never see a lot of people do that like aggressive play. The problem if people are passive ADC or mid laners, honestly that is kind of bad. But if you have bad synergy, then yeah, the game could be lost. And I also noticed that when you go high elos, you have to play CC champion like Song, Immute, or Slows, or Knockup, or Roots, or Traps, or Silence. Let's say I'm playing Garen, right, for a second. High elo, it trash. Like when I play Emerald, it's terrible. It doesn't do anything. And then let's say I'm playing Jayhem, right? Jayhem have CC, pull, knock up. That kind of slightly little better when you have a team fight because you can deny the animation or deny what they want to expect, and they cannot auto you. Yeah, that's pretty much for League of Legends. And you have to know what your team wants. Let's say your team has full AD, right? And then you're the last pick. Sometimes you want to go AP because your team want to go AD. If your team is full AD, then you have no damage potential. They can just build one defense item, and then they can shred everybody. And I tried to ban mid laner and ADC. Um, honestly, you use almost the same loadout. Sometimes you want to get touchdown, sometimes you don't. It really depends on the situation what they pick by the draft. If they have a lot of healing, I really recommend cut down. And I die here actually, yeah, because I already know what Kale matchup because I played Kale back in the day. But I'm probably gonna play top laner or ADC or support for the next split. But now I think of jungler probably focus on KDA. Top laner gonna focus on split pushing early game and getting gold lead. And then mid laner gonna get extra boot recall. I think that's like Vex buff or Sin buff mostly. But I don't know what the meta is gonna be because it's gonna change a lot. Especially new split. I feel like Vayne's gonna be top laners or mage bot lane. And support is actually OP's role. Currently in season 2025, I play support. You can easily carry the team than top lane. If if you want to see the OP role, I would say support, jungle, and then I would say mid laner, then AD carry, then top laners. Yeah, honestly, top laners trash is when I get high elo. When I get lead, I still cannot kill ADC no matter what. Let's say enemy ADC is level 16 and I'm level 16 top laners. Top laner cannot be level 16 ADC. because they're so fat. But this game is mostly about patient management and CSing. And you have to know when to engage, and there's some mind game for when they will use flash or they have adaptability or they use gun or GAs. You have to know when to time to land your skill shot abilities. But this game requires you at least 40 minutes for one match. Because the higher elo you go, you have to wait 10 minutes for a queue, and then you have to wait for another minute, like 10 people waiting. So in the champion, they have banned, and then people will pick like selection champion. That's gonna cost you about 10 minutes if they all wait until the like 1 second. Then that will be 20-minute wasting time for this one queue for loading screen. And if they dodge, then you have to do all over again and then do that over again. And then the match can be like forever, depending how long they want to end or they decide to not end and hold hostage. But League of Legends, there is a toxic community. But if you want to play, then go and play. But end of the day, it's your choice. But if you play rank, mostly they're gonna have a high toxicity community. But it's what it is. It's what it is. Because people want to win. I remember back in my days, like I used to have so ego on. I really want to win, right? Then now I just like I already sent in the mechanics. Like let's say somebody passed away. Then what do you expect me to do? You think I can revive them? No. It's what is what you want me to do. You cannot help it, right? That how when you see in game like somebody just go in 1v5, then they just die instantly. That that how it feel like. And yeah, that's pretty much it for League of Legends. And I'm probably gonna try duo because I never done duo. And yeah, and my damage chart is oh wow, second best DPS. Okay, I actually got Emerald 2 times, and I get the first time when I get Emerald, I was like satisfied, and then when I get my second one, I don't feel satisfied anymore because I already reached that rank already. And hopefully you have a great Christmas and New Year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And bye.